Hello everyone, I'm Mario Zelic, fifth year student of medicine of the medical faculty of the University of Zagreb. Today I will present to you our student section for neuroscience, or SSN for short, a group of students who are interested in all things about the brain, from science to clinical medicine. Student section for neuroscience was founded on November 17, 2005 by three students of medicine, Fadi Al-Maharik, Lana Vasung, and Goran Sedmak. They were approved by the Dean Professor Nada Čikeš. For the mentors, they chose distinguished professors from both basic sciences and clinical medicine. From the very beginning, SSN had in mind the translational mode of work, giving the opportunity to its members to encounter everything related to the brain. Immediately, the interest among students was visible as SSN had 165 active members during its first year of work, including young doctors and scientists. In 2012, SSN founded student neuroscientific journal Girus, and the first issue was released in April 2014. The faculty recognized our work and decided to give us a room for our activities in the Croatian Institute for Brain Research. Today, we have over 700 members from various faculties with whom we collaborate in various workshops, lectures, and congresses. The goal of SSN is creation of a platform for all students interested in neuroscience and related clinical fields. Neuroscience is one of the biggest and fastest growing field of science in biomedicine, so the existence of such platform for students on the University of Zagreb is crucial for the future of Croatian neuro community. Inclusion of students from their earliest days in scientific or clinical practice enables creation of stronger bonds between teachers and students. Also, by enabling more clinical practice, students start to ascend the rapidly growing learning curve, which is a recurring theme of all neuro specialties. In the 15 years it exists, SSN is recognized by multiple professors and assistants who support the section in forms of lectures, workshops, and invitations to both Croatian and international congresses, symposia, and conferences. University of Zagreb granted in 2016 the Rector's Award, and in 2014 and 2020 a special Rector's Award to SSN for popularization of neuroscience among students and wider public. By including students from other faculties in Zagreb, as well as students from other medical faculties in the country, SSN has an important role in guiding younger generations into neuroscience and clinical fields. So it can be concluded that it has fulfilled the vision of its founders by becoming an unavoidable platform in anything neuro-related on both student and public level. Our section is divided into these branches: neuroscience, neurology, neurosurgery, neuroradiology and new technologies, and psychiatry. Let's hear more about each of them. As part of the neuroscience branch, SSN holds neuroanatomical workshops which exist so that medical students could repeat and consolidate their knowledge, while also interested students from any other faculty can learn about the anatomy of our central nervous system. Workshops are divided into 10 lectures, where the last one serves as a repetition lecture with clinical cases. Last year, we also started holding Neuro Seminars, lectures held by students on various neuroscientific subjects. Neurology branch has the biggest public health impact. Students are encouraged to volunteer in many public health events. One of the most important ones were with Croatian Association for Alzheimer's Disease, Recognize a Stroke public health event, and continual collaboration with associations Parkinson and Us, Lifeline, and GLIA. Moreover, interested students are also encouraged to volunteer on neurological wards in hospitals in Zagreb, where multiple professors already held lectures and workshops on various SSN's events. Neurosurgical branch enables students to attend neurosurgical operations with an agreement with several neurosurgical clinics. We also organize neurosurgical lectures, and already a couple of our students held lectures on the topic of surgical treatment of trigeminal neuralgia, history of neurosurgery and neurosurgical procedures, and many more topics. The Neurosurgical branch also organizes anatomical surgical workshops whose goal is to integrate the knowledge of neuroanatomy through various surgical approaches of different pathologies of the central nervous system. Neuroradiology and New Technologies branch introduce students to this new and rapidly growing clinical field via clinical workshops and lectures. The present and the future of neuroscience depends on the development of computer science and technology, so this branch looks at both scientific and clinical aspects, from imaging diagnostics to interventional radiology. Many lectures over the last couple of years were held by Nikola Perpic, our ex-board member, by the name Modeling the Brain and AI. He also held workshops on statistics and data science, as well as introduced BrainHack, a hackathon on the crossing of neuroscience, computer science, and statistics. Psychiatry branch offers various creative ways of getting to know this interesting field of medicine. We organize movie nights where movies with a psychiatric topic are afterwards analyzed by doctors and students. Active members of the SSN attended the Ars Medica summer school in Dubrovnik in 2015, where they learned about the mutual relationship between psychiatry and art. We also organize volunteering on psychiatry wards to work with patients and doctors, as well as psychoanalytic seminars. Now to introduce some of our most prominent events we organized or helped to organize. Our original lecture cycle from basics to clinic started in 2013 when we wanted to take a subject from neurology and dissect it through a couple of lectures from different perspectives, neuroscience and various clinical practices. The goal is to show how important multidisciplinarity is while solving a problem. We have gone through quite a few topics such as autism, consciousness, modern addictions, cognition, pain, motor skills, memory, and our last, the 100 Faces of Neurology. The activity is broadly attended, which goes to show how interested people are in these kinds of events, as well as the quality of our lecturers who are frequently experts on an international level. In collaboration with Croatian Institute for Brain Research as well as Croatian Society for Neuroscience, we participate in marking Brain Awareness Week, a manifestation whose goal is to raise awareness of importance and benefit of brain research. Students help in this event by holding workshops for students from elementary schools all the way to gymnasium or vocational school students. The workshops are held either at the institute or even in the schools themselves, where students are introduced to neural anatomy and physiology. During Brain Awareness Week, the institute is visited by more than 2,000 students, and over 40 students of the SSN help as volunteers. Neuro Seminars are a new initiative we started in 2020 during the pandemic because we wanted to continue with our activities in an online format. Our main goal was to have students bring interesting neuroscientific topics to other students and the public in an interesting and an approachable way. You can watch all our Neuro Seminars on our YouTube channel. Unfortunately, they are in Croatian. We have also a couple of other videos which might interest you, so feel free to take a look. Interdisciplinary Congress Discourses of Schizophrenia emerged from an initiative of 10 students from various faculties such as medicine, psychology, physics, graphic design, and dramatic arts. One of the biggest incentives for the organization of this Congress was the fact that schizophrenia is the most stigmatized psychological disease among the public and doctors alike. We noticed that schizophrenia, contrary to depression and anxiety, is not as widely portrayed in the media, and when it is portrayed in a poorly manner. Naturally, the goal of the Congress was to help in destigmatizing schizophrenia patients. We were especially interested in discursive practices not only about the patients but also by patients. We also wanted to understand and critically reassess these practices through various disciplines. Project COVID vaccine explained without shams, interests, and delusion would be the literal translation of the acronym components, was designed with the help of the Students Section for Infectology from our faculty. The goal of the project was destigmatization of then oncoming vaccine, education of the public, and science popularization. The project was held in a way where we firstly collected various questions from the public and then held a panel discussion with experts from relevant fields such as infectology, epidemiology, clinical pharmacology, neuroscience, and psychiatry. Our live broadcast was watched by 570 people, and until today it has over 5,000 views on our YouTube channel. This year is our 16th year of continuous activity. Here we leave our mail where you can contact us with any questions or ideas you might have. We also have a web page, a Facebook page, as well as Instagram, LinkedIn, and an aforementioned YouTube channel where you can find more interesting content. Thank you for listening, and we are ready for all questions.